see the type of deals and the money that has flown in simply for the billions and the millions who want to enter the IITs, that's the money. And there's one guy, somewhere in Bihar trying to help out some students who become his Super 30. And here is what you see, a Wharton case study being published as to, do they really make the grade? Here are some questions we really need to ask. Where's our priorities? Is this country a mad rush to create entrant aspirants? And where do they end up? Have you even done some research to see, is this really creating an innovation and discovery pipeline? I'm kind of reviewing, whether it's in BIRAP, I am on the board, advisory board of Pfizer Viat in India, and several other companies in the innovation sector. I keep asking, show me the money, where is the innovation or the intellectual property, where we can make the money. Unfortunately, this is the type of track record we see from our Indian Patent Office. These are the number of universities and the number of patents that they have filed, IIT being on the top. Patents. Sorry, sir, typo. And I did see something on CNBC, because I'm not a great educationist, but this year I saw some ads from MIT saying they have the highest number of patents filed as a university. So I don't know, but they're number 2. But it just shows the dismal number of per capita student to patents filed in this country. So is this what we call as creating STEM culture in this country, which can eventually create a pipeline of innovation in this country? Abysmal, or 300 patents. Finally, creating discovery and innovation hunters, you need to double up our human capital value. And on the first day, I was just talking to a professor, and he says, it takes 10 years to create a professor. I said, great. Can we not import professors then from a cheaper country? Like the US is importing research from our country and China. Don't we have answers and solutions to the real problem here? And this is something that I presented at the World Quality Congress a few months back. If a student enrolls into a particular course today and ends up in a certain profession, what is his money worth? I always like to count in terms of money. What is his money worth? So a clinical researcher, if he passed out as a graduate today, his money's worth over his lifetime of earnings is this. A professor today, if he ends up his career as a junior professor, his lifetime worth is this much. This is all scientific. Money is also science. Modeling this is also science. An MBA from an IIT, an IIM, his worth is right on the second. And then a surgeon who passes out from a premier institution, his worth is way ahead. This is all official money, calculated through official sources. So, do we have our priorities right? If a guy slogs, 12 years to his IIT, whatever test prep, where does he end up? If he ends up a scientist, this is where he would probably be his worth today. And you can question me on this, and we'll give you all the answers. Now, the fact here is that we have got a huge headroom. Even if we were to increment our gross enrollment ratio by 2 times and beat just China, we're talking about creating 1 lakh crores of additional human capital value into our economy today. And if we even have doubling of the number of patents and intellectual property, we're talking about 2 lakh crores of human capital value created today in today's value by the number of students that we're talking, close to 50 million. So do we really realize that the money today is not in the test prep side of what we want to fund as private equity and angel investors, but in something which we call as intellectual property? And this is some experience I want to relate, because Wygen and McQueen were involved in creating this country's first urban sustainability and improving quality of life incubation center with Bombay University. I had to pay back, for all the professors and the time Bombay University had to give me that unique, qualification of my master's degree. This is my payback to them. And the type of problems and issues that we faced right up till the Senate to clear this proposal, I'm just going to relate a few of my experiences here. One, you have the academia on one side of the bridge, you've got the industry on the other side of the bridge. We like the whole discovery pipeline coming out of the academia. Industry can always, innovate, whether it's the value proposition coming out of the discovery, the delivery proposition that comes out of that discovery, or even the financial proposition. But the whole bridge is cracking under the weight of, if we were to incubate between the industry and the academia, what is the duration, time duration? Questions being asked on and on by university senators and Senate as to, how long will this take? What is the startup time even if we were to start an incubation? What are the benefits to all our proponents? How will we operate this? Is it bipartite, tripartite? What is it? How will it operate? Who's going to manage it? What's the mode of operation? Functional. What will our professors get out of it? And what will the industry? Why is the industry behind us? I think there's something hidden here. I think, we have been fairly transparent as to, do we want to really do something and show the money or not? So how will the payment happen? What are the modalities? When will it happen? When will I get the money? What will my professors get out of it? How do we measure the performance? When is the termination of this going to happen? Sure, this is my last slide. Conflict, indemnity, intellectual property, who owns it? So time and again, it took us almost a year and a half going between the lawyers, going between the university and the industry to close this. And I do hope that we can relate some of this, because if this bridge does not happen, we're talking about a potential loss of 2 lakh crores in the Indian economy as of today. The rest is all up to you. Let me sum up. I had 6 points to say. First, we don't know who's driving innovation and discovery. Is the industry, is the government, is the planning commission? We still don't know what their roles are. USA happened, China is happening, but India will happen, alas, if we have a miscarriage or a stillbirth in the process. National IIT entrance coach fetish does not lead to a discovery pipeline here. The money is only after the IP. Creating a discovery and innovators hunter culture in this country, and not an IIT entrance rat race, is the need of the hour. And obviously, industry academics incubation bridge, which seems to be falling apart. If we can address all of these, I'm sure we're talking about a nation that can build on a culture of innovation and discovery. I'd like to thank you here. And since I'm leaving, I have a BIRAP advisory board meeting today in the afternoon. I would be leaving right now. If you have any questions, any clarifications of what I've said, please raise it. Or else my colleague Dipankar from Wygen will be here in the afternoon. He will definitely take it forward. And worst case, you could probably write to me. My email ID is here, or call me. will reply to you. I thank you very much for your time and patient hearing.